Hi everyone, so today we have a 2020, analysis between Donald Trump and a generic Democrat, and this is the Democrats' largest landslide possible in 2020. So, a few days ago I did a video on the biggest Republican landslide possible in 2020, and so today I'm going to do a Democratic landslide. So for there to be a Democratic landslide, they need to carry, by the way, I'm not going to go into the leaning and likely. I'm just going to do it safe because that's just easier. So for there to be a Democratic landslide, they would need to carry all the states they won in 2016 as a start, plus the Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. So this would pretty much be the biggest landslide. So, yeah, what state am I missing? Virginia. That's right. So, Democrats start off 278 electoral votes. This is kind of where they would begin. They would begin with the 2016 states plus Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. So, for Trump, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to win any states in a biggest landslide possible situation. I could see him carrying Idaho and Wyoming, along with the Dakotas, most of Nebraska. I could see him carrying Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and West Virginia. So his states would be very highly limited. So we're going to go through some of the other Democratic states. So of course they're going to win the 2nd district in Nebraska. The 2nd district in Maine, Trump won that by double digits, but in a Democratic landslide, I could see the Democrat going on to win that 2nd congressional district. They would also win Ohio and Iowa. Trump is disapproved here in both of these states, and I see the Democrats taking both of those. In a Democratic landslide, they would carry Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. I don't think that would be all that difficult for them to do in a potential Democratic landslide. But yes, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, I see going to the Democrats. Same thing in the state of Arizona. Utah is an interesting state because they really just hate the president, but they're not all that enthusiastic to vote for a Democrat. That could explain why third parties were so successful in Utah in 2016. They just elected Mitt Romney to the Senate there. At this point, I'm going to leave Utah and I'm going to come back to that state. In the state of Alaska, that's another close race. In a Democratic landslide, I could see it getting very close, but still, I could see that one narrowly going over towards Donald Trump. In a Democratic landslide, Democrats would need to take the state of Texas. In a Democratic landslide, I think that's definitely possible. I mean, if they run Beto O'Rourke, or if they maybe Julian Castro, but even that I wouldn't bet your money on. But yes, in a Democratic landslide, I see Texas moving into the Democratic column. So with the remaining states, these are all states that in a 2020 election you would put in the likely GOP column. So South Carolina, Indiana, Missouri, Kansas, Montana, and Utah. I think we can all agree these are the traditional likely GOP states. I mean, with the exception of maybe Montana, you could say that all these could go to the Democrats. Now, I'm going to now, our country is so polarized right now, right? We have so many, different political parties, or just two, but we're very divided between those. And for that reason, I don't think that there's a massive landslide really possible. And so I'm going to put these states into the GOP column. Now, just because we're so polarized, I just don't think that a landslide is necessarily possible at this point. And this, I think, would kind of be a cap for the landslide. And I'm even having trouble putting Texas in the Democratic column. I'm having trouble putting states like Georgia in the Democratic column. But I still think that this is kind of the biggest Democratic landslide that really is possible. If Heidi Heitkamp what's her name, Chloe McCaskill had won in Missouri, Joe Donnelly had won in Indiana, Heidi Heitkamp had won in North Dakota, I would have put those states in the Democratic column. But they didn't win, and they got trounced by their Republican opponents, and for that reason, I'm going to put it in the GOP column. So that's it for today's video, guys. 413 electoral votes for the Democrats, 125 for Donald Trump. Again, I don't think this will happen, and I did one for the Republicans, so you can also see that one. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down your suggestions below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.